Anatomy of the human ear. The human ear is divided into three sections: the outer, the middle ear, and the inner ear. The outer ear is consists of pinna, which protect the sensitive inner parts of the ear, and the external auditory meatus or ear canal, which collect and direct sound towards the eardrum. The shape of the pinna also aids in the detection of sound coming from above or below the ear in the vertical plane. The middle ear is a hollow cavity in the temporal region of the skull that is filled with air. It consists of eardrum, the tympanic membrane, the Eustachian tube, and the ossicles. The tympanic membrane is concave with a surface area of 60 to 90 millimeters and thickness of 700 micrometers on average. It also has an abundant supply of blood. Sound waves go through the ear canal and strike the tympanic membrane, causing it to vibrate. The louder the sound, the more the membrane moves. Ossicles are three small bones located in the middle ear. These are linked in a chain across the middle ear from the tympanic membrane to the entrance of the cochlea, called the oval window. Malleus, incus, and stapes are three ossicles. The handle of malleus is linked to the tympanic membrane, and the base of the stapes, known as the stapes footplate, lies loosely in an oval window of the cochlea, held in place by the annular ligament. The eardrum moves the malleus, which moves the incus, and subsequently the stapes, the footplate of which moves in and out of the oval window and provide energy to the endolink fluid in the cochlea. The inner ear has two distinct portions. The vestibular component of the inner ear is concerned with balance, whereas the auditory portion is associated with hearing. The vestibular part is composed of three semicircular canals. Each canal has a swelling at an end, the ampulla, and two membranous sacs, the utricle and the saccule. These contain fluids and sensory cells that move in response to the movement of the head and travel to indicate the state of the body. To maintain our balance, the vestibular system works in conjunction with the eyes and receptor cells in the joints of the body. The cochlea appears as a coiled tube resembling a snail shell with between 2.5 and 2.75 tons. It is wrapped around the acoustic part of the auditory nerve. Cochlea would be roughly 35 to 40 millimeters long if we unraveled it. It is divided into three different portions known as the scala vestibuli, scala media, and scala tympani. Perilymph fluid is found in the scala vestibuli and scala tympani. Endolymph fluid is found in the scala media. The scala vestibuli and scala media are separated by the Reissner membrane, while the basilar membrane divides the scala media from the scala tympani. The tectorial membrane covers the hair cells, and they are arranged in rows according to the frequency or pitch of sound they detect. The outer and inner hair cells are two types of sensory cells or hair cells that run along the basilar membrane. Stereocilia are small hair-like projections attached to each hair cell. When sound energy is delivered to the cochlea, the basilar membrane vibrates up and down, causing the outer hair cell stereocilia to shear on the tectorial membrane above. The stereocilia bend as a result of shearing action, which open the ion gates, causing chemical changes and result in electrical charge inside their cells. These changes generate a neural impulse which travels to the brain where the auditory nerve and is interpreted as sound. This intricate combination of physical, chemical and mechanical processes occur nearly instantly and produce perception of sound we hear in everyday life. Subscribe my YouTube channel, like, comment and share.